All right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Drilled into left center field. That ball is gone.
May 14th, 2024, and the Yankees were in Minneapolis to take on the Minnesota Twins and trying to continue their successful road trip after taking 2 out of 3 from Tampa. Carlos Rodon on the mound, trying to keep his hot start going. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Looking to boost your sports betting game? Meet OddsJam, the ultimate ally for data-driven wagering. With 260 plus sports books, it's your go-to platform. Here's how it works. OddsJam's arbitrage tool spots differences in betting lines, letting you lock in risk-free profits. Plus, optimize bets with a positive EV calculator and track profits with a convenient bet tracker. Try it risk-free with a 7-day trial. Use code RECAPS for 35% off your first month. Link is in the description. Bet smart. Bet responsibly with OddsJam. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tip of the cap to those of you who are watching live, even though we're coming at you a little bit later than usual. Game started at 7:40 p.m. Eastern time, so, we're about a half an hour later than usual. Nice to have Michael K. back in the booth tonight. And yes, the Yankees offense kept rolling, kept on rolling. 13 hits, 4 guys with multiple hit games. Gleyber Torres perhaps beginning to heat up after that big home run against the Rays. Hits in his first 2 at-bats tonight. Carlos Rodon got off to a tough start, but gritty performance. Gave up a home run to the first batter he faced. It was the only run that he allowed in the game. We had multi-hit games from Giancarlo Stanton with a home run, by the way. Alex Verdugo picked up a big double. Oswaldo Cabrera had another good night. Cabrera now, he was 2 for 3 with a he's got 262 average on the season and an almost 700 OPS, so climbing back up after dipping down for a bit. Also had a sac fly, as you see there on your screen. Yankees road trip is off to a 3-1 start. They are now 28-15. They are 13 games over 500, and they are now once again back in sole possession of first place in the American League East. As you see the bullet home run from Giancarlo Stanton there. Got the bat speed tracking this week, and he is far and away number 1 at about an 80-mile-an-hour swing speed. He's about 3.5 miles an hour faster than the next guy. So, still got the bat speed, and he smoked that one tonight, 114 off the bat, and you see just 54 feet high. He hits bullets, baby. He hits bullets. Judge had, I guess, an infield hit is what you would call that, even though it got by the third baseman. Verdugo with another big hit, a double, opposite field double. He had been kind of on the schneid, so that was a big hit. And then, Rodon settled in. He retired 11 in a row at one point. He made it into the 7th, but he didn't get any outs in the 7th inning. But a very, very solid performance. Anyway, hey, reminder to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. We're here after pretty much every Yankees game. And by the way, happy Jason Dominguez Rehab Day. He took the field for the first time since Tommy John surgery last September. Ended up getting a base hit against former Yankee Domingo Germán, who I still can't believe he threw a perfect game last year. It's like it's completely left my mind. I don't ever think about it because of the way that he left the team. Had to go to rehab midseason, apparently threw that big, tantrum in the clubhouse and, challenged Aaron Boone to a fight. But anyway, he was in single A rehabbing from an injury, and Dominguez went 1 for 3 as the DH. If Dominguez does go down to AAA when his rehab stint is over, which is what it's sounding like is going to happen, I still think we're definitely going to get him back in September when the rosters expand. By then, I think he'll be playing every day and be in, midseason form. And by then, a lot of Yankees especially probably Stanton and Judge and Verdugo, are going to need some time off of their feet. So I'd imagine that he'll come in and rotate a little bit and play a little bit of multiple outfield positions, maybe have some DH days. But anyway, subscribe to the channel. It's free. We're on a mission for 40,000 subscribers. We need your help. Also, thumbs up on the video. It helps other Yankees fans find the channel. Let's go ahead and get to the recap, the finer details. So Juan Soto picked up a double in the first inning that I thought absolutely should have been caught. Center fielder kind of broke the wrong way. Made a correction. Thought it was going to be an easy catch, but he just kind of pulled up. He ended up getting stranded. Rodon served up the leadoff home run to Jeffers on the second pitch of the game.
Time to stop throwing these fucking meatballs.
But as I said, he settled down after that. Top two Yankees put up their first crooked number of the night. 3 hits in a row from Rizzo, Torres, and Austin Wells to lead off the inning. Torres had hits in his first 2 at-bats, line drives. After that big home run late against the Rays, maybe the switch was flipped, and he looks like he's coming out of it. Oswaldo Cabrera even the score with a sac fly. Another very good, productive at-bat, and another very good game from Oswaldo Cabrera. Volpe followed up. Yankees' 4th hit of the inning to give them a 2-1 lead. Top 3, another big swing from Big G. 83-mile-an-hour changeup.
Giancarlo Stanton hits it out.
Smokes it into the bullpen. 427 feet, 114-mile-an-hour exit velocity. 9th home run of the season for Big G, the man with the best bat speed in baseball. That tied him with Juan Soto for second on the team in home runs behind Aaron Judge. And 144th home run as a Yankee. That tied him with Mr. October, number 44, Reggie Jackson for 32nd in Yankees franchise history. Nice job.
More of that, please.
Another crooked number from the Yankees in the 4th inning, opposite field double from Alex Verdugo. He had really been in a funk, so it's nice to see him get going again. Volpe picked up his 2nd hit of the game in the 5th with a beautiful bunt single. I want him to do that more. Hey, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
More of that, please.
And Volpe very quietly heating up. He was 2 for 5. He's now hitting .269, OPS of 770. Yankees, by the way, best OPS in the American League. All right, let's talk about Carlos Rodon because he was terrific this evening. So, this has been a huge bounce-back season for him, and he is legitimately a contender at this point, I think, for Comeback Player of the Year. Best part is that he's starting to go deeper into games. 4 out of the last 5 starts, he's pitched at least 6 innings. Tonight, he went 6 innings again, 6 hits, 1 run, no walks, 6 strikeouts. He had 98 pitches through 6. I thought they were going to take him out. They left him in for the 7th. He gave up a leadoff single, so instead of ending with getting 11 guys out in a row, he ends on kind of a down note with allowing a single. But on the season now, 4-2 with a 3.31 ERA. He's made 9 starts. He's got 49 innings pitched. He's got 49 strikeouts, just 14 walks. He came out for the 7th, like I said, but he looked gassed. I would have left him in there. I would have pulled him out of there. I was skeptical about him for sure entering this season after what he had last year, and I was skeptical about the back. But he appears like he's healthy. We saw 97, 98 the last couple of starts. He's heating up with the weather, and he's spotting the fastball, throwing downhill better than he was early in the season. So I'm really feeling good about where he is. I like that he's been working so closely with Andy Pettitte. CC Sabathia did the same thing in the later years of his career, and it turned around his career. You remember, he had some bad years, and then he turned it back around. So he's becoming much more of a complete pitcher than he was last season. Let's go ahead and watch the hype reel, shall we? Job well done. The staff still kind of. See 97 getting the check swing right there. Actually tipped it into the glove, I believe. It's kind of obscured by Rodon's head there, so you couldn't really see. But Slider was great tonight. He didn't throw the cutter at all. Slider hung right there, but had the hitter out in front, and he hooks it right to Verdugo. 96 up in the zone, gets the easy fly ball to Judge, and then another strikeout here to Jeffers. Hard down and in slider. Beautiful outing from Carlos Rodon. Ian Hamilton did a nice job out of the bullpen. Clay Holmes came in for the ninth. Was not a save situation. Was not a save situation, as our frequent caller says. But got the job done, and the Yankees win again.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Mark Stenros with the dono. I appreciate it.
You're a winner.
Sayana Stunna says Stanton on pace for a really good season. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but last I checked, he was on pace for about 33 home runs. The average right now, 236. Honestly, if he hits 236 for the season with 35 home runs, I think I'd sign up for that. I really would. And he's still scary to pitchers, right? I mean, nobody wants that 120-mile-an-hour line drive coming right back at you. So pitchers got to pitch careful to him. Now, yes, he does strike out a lot, but, he's going to run into some bombs too. And tonight, that was a nice shot, and it definitely helped as the Yankees expanded their lead. So we got to give out the belt tonight, and as great as that swing from Giancarlo was, I think my guy is Carlos Rodon. Frankie will be with us with the belt numbers in just a minute, but he says, I like the Yankees a lot more when they're winning. Me too, baby. El Nino says, happy Rodon is pitching with confidence, and Stanton will hit 35-plus if he stays healthy. It's a big if. That's the thing. If Stanton can stay healthy, he rarely stays healthy anymore, but right now, it looks like he's running very cautiously on the bases. You don't see him sprinting all out. He just goes into like a nice, easy jog, which I'm okay with if it'll keep him in the lineup. I still think he's striking out a little bit too much for my taste. I think he still has no clue when there's a slider coming. But look, the guy does damage, and it's super fun. It's super entertaining when he hits one of those grand slams that goes, 25 rows deep in left center field, or he hits a bullet that gets 50 feet off the ground and goes into the upper deck or to the back of the bullpen in left center. I mean, the guy is a lot of fun to watch when he's on, and we know that he can carry a team. What we really need from Giancarlo is one of those months like he had during his MVP season where he hit, I believe it was 17 or 18 home runs in August of that year. Ended up with 59 on the year. And, that led to the MVP. I think he's still capable of something close to that because he's strong and because of that bat speed. He's just got to lay off the bad pitches, lay off the sliders, not chase the junk in the dirt. And he's very capable of carrying this team. Reminder, check out OddsJam. Link is in the description. Use the code RECAPS for 35% off and a 7-day trial. Tabor Talk says, Knicks up in the series 3-2. It's a fun time to be a sports fan in New York. Robert Ryan says, Stanton trotting to first base on a single. Gotta conserve those hammies.
I'll be over here winning.
Ethan says, can you pull up the Martians at bats? So I can show you one of them. I only saw one of them tonight. It was the base hit off of Dominguez. And the reason I didn't put it in the reel is because the camera was not great. But I have it here on X. So we're going to pull it up. Okay, so you see Domingo Germán pitching. It looks like it's a fastball away. First pitch he saw. And then the camera zooms out, way out. And you see, and then it randomly shoots over towards the horizon for some reason. Nice camera work there in low A. That was the only bat I got a chance to see. Sehaj Doshi says, what member of the rotation is going to the pen when Cole gets back? Right now, I'd have to go with Nestor. But part of me suspects that they'll send Luis Gil out there because he's been so dominant and they want to preserve his innings coming back from Tommy John surgery. But, it's anybody's guess. It wouldn't shock me if they went to a 6-man rotation for a little bit either. There's a lot of things that could happen. And I think the most likely scenario is that when Gerrit Cole comes back in about a month, that somebody's going to need some time off, whether it's Nestor, whether it's Rodon, whether it's Gil, and they're going to put somebody on the IL with, an injury, a strained calf or a strained groin or whatever, something simple, and they're going to miss a couple of weeks, and it's really just going to be a vacation. Now, I know the phantom IL is something that Major League Baseball is discouraging because Billy Epler just got suspended for a year. He doesn't have a job, but they suspended him anyway for a year for using the phantom IL. So that was just kind of like a shot over the bow to tell teams, hey, don't do this. It's not what it's meant for, but I still think you can get away with it. All you got to do is have a player that has something actually wrong that a doctor will sign off on. So if somebody's got a blister, right? Somebody's got any kind of thing. And all of these guys are going to be hurting after 2 months of start. They're all going to have a little something here or there. And I wouldn't be opposed to giving Nestor a little break for a couple of weeks. I probably wouldn't be opposed to giving Luis Gil a break for a couple of weeks once Gerrit Cole comes back. I think Luis Gil needs to stay in the rotation as long as you can possibly keep him in there and as long as he's effective because he's pitching to a 2.51 ERA. He's been an ace-level pitcher so far. You could make the case that, as his replacement, as Gerrit Cole's replacement, he's put up basically the same numbers that Gerrit Cole would have put up. Gerrit Cole last year, I believe, had a 2.44 ERA. Let me just double check what his ERA was last season. And right now, it was 2.63 last year. So right now, Luis Gil has a lower ERA than Gerrit Cole had in his Cy Young season. Now, he's not throwing as many innings as Gerrit Cole does, but he's been very, very effective. Very, very effective. So, it's going to be a tough decision. It really will. The Yankees, there are good problems to have. This year, a lot of guys are healthy. Whatever they've done to change their conditioning and their approach to the game, whether it's running guys out there, it might be as simple as just playing guys every day, getting their bodies used to it. Think about it this way. If every day you go for a nice mile run before breakfast, right? Your body gets used to it. But if you'll run a mile, Monday and Tuesday, and then maybe run a half mile on Wednesday, and then have the day off on Thursday and run another half mile on Friday, your body doesn't get a chance to get used to a thing. And then when you try and pump it back up, you can get hurt. It might be as simple as, let's just play everybody every game until they break. And that, to me, that's fair. These guys are professional athletes, and they should keep, throwing them out there. We got younger guys. We've got Juan Soto's 25. Alex Verdugo, I believe, is like 27 or 28. Aaron Hicks wasn't super old. So, and Donaldson, he was in his mid 30s, but, he was a guy who just couldn't stay healthy. Hicks just wasn't good. And he couldn't stay healthy. So, there's a lot of things to be happy about if you're a Yankees fan right now. But Pamela Davis says, Gil is a monster.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Robert Ryan says, running sucks. I agree. Great comment.
Outstanding achievement in the field of excellence.
Timothy Tyler says, Michael K. brought up Josh Donaldson, and I partially threw up in my mouth. Yikes.
Oh!
Anyway. David Paez brings up a good point. Says Yankees are comfortable not rushing Cole back because the starting pitching has been great. He also believes that Nestor will bounce back. Look, Nestor's been okay, and as somebody pointed out on Twitter to me tonight, and I mean, we get this. His peripherals are pretty good. His whip is low. He's excellent at not walking guys, but his stuff doesn't scare anybody, right? And the Yankees do need another lefty in the bullpen because Caleb Ferguson has been trashed. So right now, like if Garrett Cole came through the door tomorrow, I think the move is to send Nestor Cortez to the bullpen and DFA Caleb Ferguson or trade him somewhere. That's the way I would go. I want Luis Gil in there. And then maybe, when Luis Gil gets up against that innings limit, maybe you swap him. When he's got about, 20 innings left and Nestor Cortez has had a nice little break in the bullpen because he's coming back from a injury too, and he's not going to throw a ton of innings. Maybe you switch him. Maybe you send Luis Gil to the bullpen for the stretch run and for the postseason where his arm plays up. And then, it's hard to play up any more than it is, and then you put Nestor Cortez in to eat some innings down the stretch, and maybe he gets a playoff start. Probably not, but, we'll see. Anyway, a lot of ways that the Yankees can go. Good problem to have. Take a few more comments.
I gotta get out of here!
You gotta go.
Do we get the edge over the Orioles when Cole comes back? Probably not. They're a young, really good team. They're going to be tough. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining so late on a Tuesday night, work and school tomorrow and all that stuff for all you guys. But reminder, like and subscribe. Check out the shop, NYYRecaps.shop. And we'll be back tomorrow. Yankees have a day game on Thursday, so it'll be about a 3:45 post-game show. So tune in for that, and I'll see you next time.